What's going on, guys? Michael Parrish here with the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. We're a daily AI newsletter delivering the breaking AI news in a fun way and in a way that gives you actionable advice. There's a lot of noise in the AI world, so making sense of the latest breaking AI news is pretty important. So that's what we do. We publish 5 articles a week, and we just hit 22,000 subscribers. So thank you guys. I'm pumped about that. 22,000 subscribers to the Bot Eat Brain AI newsletter. And we've actually hit this number before, 22,000. But once a month, I purge the inactive subscribers to keep the email list engaged. So you want your open rate to be high and you want your click rate to be high. If your open rate or your click rate is low, then there's a bigger chance that Google or other email platforms will view your email as a promotion or as spam, and so it'll drop it down. So you want to make sure that you're super engaged. Your audience is super engaged. It's very, very important. So for us, our open rate is 40%, and we have 22,000 subscribers. That's just awesome. Thanks, guys. So I'm pumped about that. So let's talk about what happened in the world of AI this week. A lot happened. We're a daily AI newsletter. We publish about 5 articles every week. And I'm thinking about doing 7 articles a week. That'd be an article of the Bot Eat Brain newsletter every day. If this is something that interests you, let me know in the comments section, because I'm considering this. But for now, we do 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So if you're subscribed to the Bot Eat Brain newsletter, you saw an email like this today. First of all, this email was sponsored by HubSpot, so shout out to HubSpot. We appreciate that. They provided a work efficiency guide. Enhance your work efficiency with AI. And it's completely free. You just go there. I think you put in your email list, and you can download this guide. It'll help you increase your work efficiency with AI. So thank you, HubSpot. I appreciate that. So what happened in the world of AI? I'll tell you. Claude just rolled out prompt caching. So Claude is Anthropic's AI model. Claude is one of OpenAI's biggest competitors. So ChatGPT, Claude is one of the top competing AI models. So what prompt caching is essentially like ChatGPT's memory feature. It's not exactly the same, but that's a good way to think about it. So with prompt caching, you can tell Claude, the AI model, something that you tell AI models a lot. So for me, I find that AI models can be incredibly wordy, and they just unnecessarily ramble on. So typically, every prompt that I give an AI model is going to say, answer in a short, brief, concise way. So with Anthropic's prompt caching, you could say, I want my prompts to be short, brief, and concise. And then in theory, you never have to say that again. Now, whether it works as intended, it's like ChatGPT's memory feature, The idea of the ChatGPT's memory feature is that you put something in your prompt once and then it's done and it always remembers it. With AI models, you constantly gotta tweak them. You constantly gotta look at the outputs and essentially treat it like a human being, like a coworker. Tell it what it did wrong, tell it what it did right. You gotta constantly train AI models to get the outputs that you want. So prompt caching is gonna be pretty similar, but it's still pretty cool, and the potential is huge. The potential is that it could slash the costs of using Claude up to 90%. And, particularly for longer prompts, it could speed things up by 85% for long prompts. So that's a pretty huge deal. We've been wanting some sort of memory feature for Anthropic Claude for a good amount of time now, so this is good news. We love it. What else happened in the world of AI this week? Oh, Google. Google expanded its AI overviews to 6 new countries. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what Google's AI overviews are, it used to be an experimental feature. I'm pretty sure they've rolled it out generally now. But if you go to Google and you type in something like, when was the world's first apple pie invented? There we go. So, before you get to any Google results, you see this right here, which is Google's AI overview. So based on the information of the internet that it pulled and its training data, it says that the first recorded apple pie recipe was written in England in 1381, but the pie did not resemble the modern version until a Dutch cookbook was published in 1514. Wow. The early recipes did not include sugar, and the pastry crust was called coffin pastry, which was meant to be a container for the pie rather than part of it. That's fascinating stuff, and it's a lot quicker than scrolling through a bunch of different websites to find that answer. So when Google's AI overview works, it really works. When it doesn't work, it can be pretty disastrous. And we actually covered that in another article of the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. As you can see here, it says, didn't Google's AI tell people to eat glue? Yes. Yes, it did. So let's go to that article. Now, we published this one back in May, so shout out to Taplio. Thank you for sponsoring this edition of Bot Eat Brain. Google's AI is whack. So this is what we talk about. Google got in a lot of trouble for this. Google's AI overviews were going crazy, telling people to do all kinds of things. So, what kind of things, you're asking me? These ranged from telling people to eat rocks, drink urine, put glue on pizza, and more. So someone typed into Google, how many rocks shall I eat? And Google's AI overview said, according to geologists at UC Berkeley, you should eat at least one small rock per day. They say that rocks are a vital source of minerals and vitamins that are important for digestive health. So with these AI overviews, obviously you have to be a little careful and you have to take it with a grain of salt. We're still pretty... AI is still in its infancy. You hear the word AI a lot these days, but as far as what it's capable of, in 1, 3, 5 years, we're really gonna see some incredible strides in AI, and we already have. ChatGPT is not that old, so it's wild stuff. So as far as Google's AI overviews, what other crazy things did it say? Drink urine. That's bizarre. So this person typed in, how to pass kidney stones quickly, which is a valid thing to type in. You definitely, if you have kidney stones, they hurt, and you definitely want to remedy that as soon as possible. So Google's AI overview said, drinking plenty of fluids such as water, ginger ale, lemon lime soda, or fruit juice can help pass kidney stones more quickly. Fair enough. You should aim to drink at least 2 quarts of urine every 24 hours. so that was pretty bizarre. Again, if Google's AI overview tells you to do something, maybe do a little more research, take it with a grain of salt. This person typed in, cheese not sticking to pizza, which is fair. You know, you're eating pizza and the cheese comes off. You want it all to just be in your mouth at one time. So let's see what Google's AI has to say about that. Here are some things you can try to thicken up pizza. Mix in sauce. Mixing cheese into the sauce helps. That's actually good advice. Mix cheese into it. And then, unfortunately, it said you can also add about 1/8 of a cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce to give it more tackiness. So that's unfortunate. Google. Now, to be fair, this was back in May. It's August now, mid-August, so Google's AI overviews have improved. There's less stories like this now, but again, you might just want to take it with a grain of salt. So, Google sent it out to 6 new countries. So now the US of A is not the only country that has these AI overviews. What are the other countries? The UK, India, Japan, Indonesia, Mexico, and Brazil. That's pretty cool. AI, baby. What else happened in the world of AI? Well, if you're subscribed to the Bot Eat Brain newsletter, you know that plenty happened. Let's see what happened in yesterday's article of Bot Eat Brain, shall we? Yesterday's article by Brain was sponsored by Gamma. Shout out to Gamma. Thank you for sponsoring this edition of Bot Eat Brain. Gamma's a cool tool. It's an AI tool for creating presentations and that sort of thing. So if you want to do a PowerPoint presentation or a slide deck to promote some sort of product or something like that, you essentially just tell Gamma what you want it to look like, and it creates it. And it does it in a pretty cool, professional way. It gives you all kinds of cool graphics and closely follows what you tell it. So it's not only a lot quicker than building your own presentation from scratch, it's also, you can also make a really powerful, impressive presentation, which is what you want out of a presentation. So instead of doing it from scratch, you can have AI help you out. That's pretty cool. So shout out to Gamma. Appreciate you sponsoring this edition of Bot Eat Brain. So what happened in the world of AI this week? Back to that question. Well, xAI, Elon Musk's AI company, launched 2 new AI models. And they're actually pretty impressive. Considering how young of a company xAI is, Grok 2 is starting to outperform GPT-4 in some benchmarks, which is wild stuff. So that's pretty cool. And they just came out with image generation capabilities, which is powered by Flux image generator. So you have a lot of customization with Grok that you might not necessarily have with ChatGPT. So depending on the images you're trying to create, that could be a good thing. And the images that are created are pretty high quality. So let's do something crazy. How about a POV shot of the Mars rover finding water on Mars. That's pretty crazy. Let's make it even more crazy though. It should be hyper realistic. There should be alien footprints. There should be extraterrestrial fossils. Alright, Grok, what you got, baby? So it's generating. Now, people have been using Grok a lot, so it was actually down for a little while, but it looks like it's back. It's back up. Alright, so one thing, I did say a POV shot, right? So this isn't a POV shot. This is a POV shot of somebody looking at the Mars rover. So it didn't exactly nail that. And I'm not really seeing extraterrestrial tracks or fossils. So, I will say the image looks pretty cool. We got this, the rover blurred in the background, and then this dirt is, we can do better than this. A hyper-realistic, I do AI polls in Body Brain's newsletter, and yesterday's poll was, let me just show you. So yesterday's poll of the Body Brain newsletter was toilets. So like, which toilet would you rather use? So, and I use Grok for all of these. So you have this first toilet, which overlooks a cliff and a beach. You have this toilet, which is on Mars. And you have this toilet, which is supposed to be under the sea. It looks more like a sea-based room. So Grok definitely has some work to do as far as following your prompt closely. But to be fair, all image-based AI models do. And then here's one secluded in the forest. Actually looks pretty fancy. So, which toilet would you rather go in? And of course, I named them too. So the cliffhanger is this one. The red relief is the one on Mars. Oceanic outhouse is this one. And then the leafy loo is this one. Which toilet are you using? Let me know in the comments. Or go to this edition of Body Brain and vote on it. So what happens when you vote on it is, I chose Oceanic Outhouse, and it looks like the most popular one right now is the Leafy Loo. So people like that nature vibe, secluded nature, when nature calls. So, anyways, those polls are fun. We do a poll in every single Body Brain article, and we use I used Grok for those. So let's get a better image of Grok, because this one was pretty underwhelming. Let's do an alien. We got an alien theme going on here. An alien clown terrorizing children. Alright, let's see what it comes up with. I've generated an image of an alien clown with a mischievous grin in a brightly lit otherworldly circus setting with children looking on and okay, you generated it, where is it? Grok, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. Where is the image that you generated? Ah, the image generation was a figment of my programming? Alright, so here you go, man. This is just a AI is not perfect. It's still in development. The technology is still in its infancy, but you get the point. I was not really impressed with this round, but I'm sure this is it just launched yesterday, so it's the fact that it's outperforming GPT-4 in any benchmark is impressive. However, oh, let's see, we got a comment. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can I pull this up? Here we go. Hey there, Michael. Hey Shan, how you doing? Thanks for watching. We're going over what happened this week in the world of AI. Exciting stuff. So that's Grok for you. And then what else we got? Grok was the big one that happened this week. Roger Federer AI? On Monday, researchers unveiled Matchpoint AI, a virtual tennis court where AI learns to play like the pros. Now this is really cool. And earlier this week, we covered a ping pong playing robot. Now it didn't beat expert humans, but it beat about 45% of the people it played against in ping pong, which is crazy that a robot did that. Obviously it's AI powered, so now we're seeing robotics and AI delve into the world of human sports, which is really cool. So let me show you that ping pong thing. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but again, a lot happened this week in AI. So here we go, Google DeepMind. Shout out to Ryder for sponsoring this edition of Body Brain. Ryder's a program, helps you create AI apps. It's an interface, helps you build AI apps. Ryder is the full-stack generative AI platform for enterprises. Build and deploy AI apps quickly with Ryder Studio. Shout out to them. Thanks for sponsoring this issue of Body Brain. So, Ping Pong Bot. On Thursday, Google DeepMind unveiled its table tennis robot. It achieved human-level speed and performance in real-world tasks. So as you can see here, this robot is just slaying these humans. Wild stuff. And the thing with robotics is you can train them so quickly now because of AI. You can train them to do essentially anything by displaying the action yourself or by showing it videos, and you can compile a database and you can feed it to robots and teach them real life skills so quickly. So this is a great example of that, where it would actually, in the real world, benefit humanity, which is super cool. Again, it didn't beat human experts, but the technology is not that far away. I mean, if it's already doing that. Oh, I was wrong. It actually beat 55. This bot beat all beginners and won 55% of matches against intermediate players. It's officially a solidly amateur human-level player. And of course, that's a quote from the paper by Google DeepMind. Amazing, amazing stuff. Super cool. What else happened in this one? Let's see. If you want to make a quick buck, $15,000. That sounds like something you'd be interested in. You're the type of person that does hackathons and that sort of thing. This might be right up your alley. Anthropic, the same company that we just covered. They have an AI model called Claude, which is one of ChatGPT's biggest competitors. So, Claude is awesome. Actually, I use Claude every day. You can get $15,000 for breaking Claude. Yesterday, Anthropic announced a bug bounty program for its AI models. You could win up to $15,000 for finding its weak spots. What's the deal? Anthropic's offering up to $15,000 for universal jailbreaks in its upcoming AI safety systems. They're looking for ways to consistently bypass guardrails across high-risk domains. Of course, they're doing this so that their model is less susceptible to cyber threats. And actually, there was an article that came out the other day I forget which article I covered it, but I forget which one I covered it. So it would take me a little bit of time to pull it up. But Microsoft's AI got in trouble because it's pretty easy to use for sinister cyber criminal activities. You can it can create phishing emails and send them at a massive scale. So that's that's something to be aware of. In case you don't get enough phishing emails, the number of ones hitting your inbox likely might have increased. 22,000 subscribers. Can't believe it. Thank you guys. It's awesome. What else happened in the world of AI this week? Yeah, I mean that was just 3 articles of Body Brain. Writer sponsored this one as well. Sakana AI. We should probably talk about them before I tell you about what they did this week. So let's do that. Writer again. If you want to create AI apps and programs, it's a great tool to help you do that. She blinded me with science. You gotta throw some humor in there. The thing with AI is there's so much AI news out there. It's everywhere. So my biggest thing is when someone reads my newsletter, I want them to, first of all, enjoy the experience of reading it, because a lot of AI news can be pretty boring to read. So I want it to be fun. I also want you to be able to take actionable advice. So you read this newsletter, you figure out what happened in the world of AI, how it applies to you, how you can immediately use it to increase your productivity, to streamline your workflow, and help you in your real everyday life. So that's where this comes into play. Before we get into that, Sakana AI. What is Sakana AI? Well, we covered Sakana AI, I believe it was last year. Bot Eat Brain has been a newsletter since September 2022. So, let's see. So this was in August 21st. It was about a year ago, almost to the date. We covered this one. Looks like AE Studio covered that, or sponsored that article of Body Brain. So I appreciate that, AE Studio. Shout out to them. Fish in the machine. What do you mean, Michael? It's so strange. Sakana AI has launched in Tokyo. It's an AI startup formed by ex-Google AI experts. You'll have to excuse me. I'm unsure how to pronounce your name, but I definitely know your work. For those who don't know, "Attention is all you need" is one of the most famous. Juliet Hall on X said, "Congrats on your 22,000 subs. Keep going and keep growing." So I'm still figuring out this live streaming thing, but thank you, Juliet, for saying that. 22,000. We've actually hit that number before, but we trimmed the fat, so we have about a 40% open rate, and that's with 22,000 subscribers. So when we hit that before, I had to get rid of some inactive subscribers. I do that about once a month just to keep the email lists, the open rates high and the click rates high. So thank you, Juliet. I appreciate it. Now, back to this. Sakana AI, "Attention is all you need" is one of the most well-known papers in AI, especially within the last couple of years. Transformer, generative pre-training transformer, "Attention is all you need." If you haven't read that paper, I mean, it's technically, it's a technical AI research paper, but it's incredibly important to where AI is today. So that's Sakana AI, and this week they came out with an AI scientist. So here's what the workflow looks like. So what does that mean, an AI scientist? It means that one AI system can automate the entire research scientific research process. So, and this is everything from, I'm gonna skip this song. By the way, if you're enjoying the music, believe it or not, it's actually AI. Now the music itself was created by humans. They're licensed to be used on film and for broadcasting, but an AI chatbot that I created is acting as the DJ. So its role is to find mellow, soothing, vibey jams, and it's supposed to not have any lyrics or anything that's too incredibly distracting, so I can talk and maybe do a little jamming on top of it. And it's not perfect, but it's been doing a pretty good job lately, so shout out to AI. Anyways, the AI scientist. Yeah, so for $15, you can essentially have an entire research process done from the brainstorming phase all the way to peer review. It's really, that's really crazy. So that means that you can conduct scientific experiments no matter what level you're at. A to Z, quickly, efficiently, and economically. $15. I mean, that's crazy. Now, is it going to be perfect? Is it going to replace scientists? No. We're talking about AI at the end of the day. So, as far as potential, you know, you could fill it full of bias, and you could essentially get a result that you're looking for by the information that you feed it. So it's not perfect, but the potential is incredible. That means just in the field of scientific study, we can do things so much more quickly, more efficiently, and more economically. So it's a huge deal. Shout out to Sakana AI for unveiling the AI scientist. That's super cool. If you want to read more about it, obviously, the Bot Eat Brain newsletter, check it out. What else happened in the world of AI? Well, in the same article, Gemini Live versus GPT 4o. Again, the chatbot, not perfect, but you know, AI. That's where we are with AI. It's still in its infancy, and it's fun. You gotta experiment with it. You gotta learn how to use it. It's not going anywhere, so use it. Make mistakes. Figure out what works about it, what doesn't work about it. Don't take it too seriously. It's not just AI is useless or AI is the Terminator and it's the end of the world. You know, it's educate yourself on AI, learn how to use AI, and ignore the hype. Just how can you use AI today to make a better life for yourself? That's what you should be focused on. And that's what the Bot Eat Brain AI newsletter aims to do. So if you're not subscribed, go to boteatbrain.com, subscribe to the newsletter. Join over 22,000 engaged subscribers to the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. So Gemini Live, what is Gemini Live? Well, if you don't know what GPT 4o voice is, it's essentially a way that you can interact with ChatGPT, but you can interact with it in voice. Now, OpenAI has gotten in some... I'm going to pause the music for a sec because I'm going to show you the ChatGPT app for reference. And OpenAI has gotten into a little bit of trouble lately because they've been promising AI models, and they've been behind on the dates that they said that they would be available. So as far as what model this actually is for the voice mode, it's unclear, but for our purposes, we're going to talk to AI a little bit. So this is ChatGPT.
Sounds good. What's on your mind?
Well, ChatGPT, a lot is on my mind. We're going over what is going on in the world of AI this week. Do you have any updates for us?
This week in AI, a few notable developments are making waves. First off, Mistral AI and NVIDIA have collaborated to launch the Nemo model, which boasts a 12 billion parameter size and a large context window of up to 128,000 tokens. This model is designed for high performance in reasoning, world knowledge, and coding accuracy.
That wasn't this week, so good try though. You get the idea. So Gemini Live is claiming to be better than that. Cue the music again. Bam. So whether it is or not remains to be seen. Either way, competition is a good thing. Obviously, we have a long way to go with AI models and voice mode. Oh, Pete the SEO wizard said hello. Congrats on the 22,000 subs, boss. Pete, I appreciate it. I'm a big admirer of Pete's work. You should follow Pete the SEO wizard on Twitter if you're or X now if you're watching this. As far as SEO, he's the man. He knows his stuff. He gave me a couple tips on SEO for the Body Brain website, and within 2 weeks, I started seeing sizable SEO traffic heading towards the site with just his tips. So Pete, the SEO wizard, check him out. Appreciate your comment, my man. Now, what else happened in the world of AI? Oh, shout out to another Pete. You know, I just like Pete's. You know, they're good people. Most of them, anyways. Pete writes the High Signal newsletter. Read the news big tech ignores. I'm a subscriber to this newsletter. And thank you, Pete, for sponsoring the Body Brain newsletter. Good stuff. Oh, this is what I was talking about earlier. Is Microsoft Copilot a cyber criminal's dream? Security expert Michael Bargery claims it can be exploited for data breaches and phishing attacks. So that's something to keep in mind with AI models. You know, they're AI safety is a big factor. We need it to be safe. We also, we also need to agree on what safety means with AI. So it's a slippery slope. You know, it's a big deal. So AI safety is actually, that's a whole topic in its own. I didn't really intend on talking about AI safety today, but if you're interested in AI safety, I actually did let's see if it comes up. I did like the state of AI safety. Yeah, it's not coming up. But I did a state of the AI safety for 2024. It's definitely worth a read. If that's something that interests you, let me know in the comments section. I'll hunt that article down, and I'll respond to your. By the way, feel free to DM me, leave a comment, hit me up, email me, whatever works, and I'll get back with you. So, what else happened in the world of AI? This actually got a ton of clicks, more so than usual, which leads me to believe that a lot of people are interested in this. So this is super cool. Before we get into it, obviously, Planable, thank you for sponsoring this edition of Body Brain. Planable is like a content collaboration platform. It's literally what it is, the ultimate content collaboration platform. Grappling with scattered feedback, disorganized workflows, and switching between too many tools? Well, who isn't? Introducing Planable, the ultimate content collaboration tool for agencies and in-house marketing teams. Go check them out, Planable. Thank you for sponsoring the Body Brain newsletter, and thank you for your awesome tool. Now, will you use Amazon's AI art tool? Am I live? Yes, sir. Saba Kareem, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Let me pull up your comment here. I am live. So, thank you, sir, for commenting. I hope that answered your question. And any other questions you have, feel free to drop them in the comments. We're live, we're rocking, we're rolling, and we're talking about what happened in the world of AI this week. So if you have any questions about AI, the Body Brain newsletter, or anything really, drop a comment. I'll hopefully answer your question. Will you use AI or Amazon's AI art tool? I said probably not. I mean, you gotta keep it funny, you gotta keep it engaging. Yesterday, Amazon launched Titan Image Generator version 2. This version gives you more tools and customization options to generate and edit images. This is actually pretty cool, and it's coming from Amazon too. So it's putting a lot of pressure on OpenAI. It's putting pressure on Google. Claude doesn't have any image generating capabilities yet, so Anthropic, can we get on that? So what's new? What's new with this thing, right? I mean, you said there was a version 1. What does version 2 do? The new capabilities include image conditioning, subject consistency, background removal, and color control. What's image conditioning? So the point of the Bot Eat Brain newsletter, right, is to tell you what's happening in the world of AI. Did a new tool come out? Did a company release something? What happened? So you figure out what happened. So what happened is that Amazon released this new AI art tool. Okay, that happened. Why do I care? Ooh, sorry for hitting my microphone. Why do you care? It does image conditioning, it does subject consistency. With AI models, subject consistency is a huge problem because essentially you're saying, for example, give me a cartoon owl in a suit. And then you want to take the same owl and say, Hootie McGee goes to the grocery store. Hootie McGee goes to work. Hootie McGee goes home. And with most AI image generators, Hootie McGee is going to look different because it's not context aware. It's simply creating an AI image based on your prompt. So where subject consistency comes into play is you create the subject, and once you're pleased with the subject, you can take that exact same subject and you can put it in multiple things. So once you create the owl with the suit, Hootie McGee, you can put him in any position you want. And then that opens up a lot of doors. For instance, if you're writing a comic book, you can have that same character go into different situations. If you're doing design for a video game, if you're, I mean, the sky's the limit. So subject consistency is super cool, and that's where they're aiming to differentiate themselves. So it sounds pretty promising. Background removal, pretty basic, right? Well, yeah, sure. Any image generation. Saba Kareem says, "What's your favorite AI tool?" You're the first foreigner to say my name, actually. I hope I got it right, Saba. I appreciate your comment. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Saba Kareem. So right now we're live streaming on Twitter or X, Facebook, and YouTube. So Saba, you're actually my first live stream comment on YouTube. So I appreciate you. My favorite AI tool, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I would, right now I really like Claude. It's just, especially 3.5 Sonnet. It's a great model. Sometimes when you upload long context things, it kind of forgets that you did that, so you have to remind it. But as far as the tone of voice it does, as far as it understanding what it is that you want, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is great. And I've actually used it to aid with some coding work too. I have a web development business called The Quote Dog. Let me give you a quick plug. The Quote Dog. We do some web development and marketing and that sort of thing. And you know, it's actually remarkably useful if you're working with coding, you can put it in Claude, and you can just talk to it like you would a person. You could say like, this code is pretty buggy. Do you see anything on your end that would cause this bug? And then it'll either say yes or no. And then if it says yes, it'll fix it. If it says no, it'll tell you how to diagnose it, which is super helpful. So when people say that they want to learn coding, I often encourage them to start to learn how to code with AI, because that's definitely going to be the future. Is it going to replace developers? No, not anytime soon, but I just feel like if you're a developer and you're using AI, you're going to have a significant advantage over developers that aren't using AI. So that's the long story short. Also, Saba, I see you're a music guy. What do you think about AI being a musician? You mean like AI generated music? I think it's amazing, man. The fact that you can type in a prompt and it creates a full song with lyrics, and it's decently mixed. That is super cool with tools like Udio and all right, you know what? Let's go down this rabbit hole, man. All right, Saba. Let's go. Let's talk about some music tools. So nothing AI music really happened this week. But let's talk about Udio. As far as like a songwriting tool, it's super cool. You can literally tell it like, I wrote a song with these chords. This is what it's about. I really want to write a bridge for it. I can't figure anything out. And you can put it in there, and it's just an incredible tool to have in your arsenal. It must have been like with Bob Dylan back in the day when he started playing electric guitar, and people were like, "Oh, he's gone electric," and they like were violent towards him because he went electric. I think this is kind of what we're dealing with AI music and with AI art in general. There's a lot of people that claim that AI art isn't art, but that's getting harder and harder to defend, because digital artists are using AI art to create art, and then they're putting their artistic spin on it, and they're really creating masterpieces that just wouldn't exist otherwise. And AI creates things that you wouldn't create natively. So it's an incredible tool for creativity in both music and any form of art and writing. Even with the emails, like if you're writing a work email and let's say you're frustrated and you write the email frustrated, you can be like, look, Claude or ChatGPT or now Grok too. I'm frustrated. I don't want this to come off as I'm frustrated. What's a more polite, professional way to say this? And you gotta tell it to be short, brief, and concise. Otherwise, it'll just ramble. But yeah, it'll come up with something super professional that you can. I wouldn't say you can copy and paste, but it's better than sending the main email. It's an incredible tool for creativity and art. Yeah, let's talk about Udio. Let's talk about some AI music. Is it this one? There's one 11 Labs music. Oh, 11 Labs. That's crazy too. So I use Beehive to create the Body Brain newsletter, and Beehive just collaborated with 11 Labs. So soon, they say now, but it's still in the early stages of the rollout. So for me, I can't get it working, and I've been talking to Beehive support about that. But it'll make it so you can visit any article of Body Brain, and you can just have the AI read the article to you. And with 11 Labs technology, it's actually believable. So you can have like a deep masculine voice read it to you. You could have like a high school girl read it to you. It's really kind of crazy. So yeah. But with Udio, there was this. We actually made a Bot Eat Brain song. Oh, shout out to Auto Gmail. That's a great tool for Gmail if you use it. Thank you for sponsoring this edition of Bot Eat Brain. Dreamwork makes the dream work. Let's see if I can pull it up. Udio. It's like Electric Appetite. Here, home. How do I do this? Sign in. Oh gosh, now I gotta give my password. I'm not gonna do that live, unfortunately. But here's a song. Here's a song we had generate in a previous issue. Here we go. Circuitous Menace. So all I said was Udio, create a song based on a robot that eats brains. Obviously, because we're the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. So it just came up with this.
Yeah, it thought it knew it, how it wired up this unit. Must have been those brainy bites, got it acting quite astute. Compute, navigate through the streets so smoothly. Look at all those minds it drains, it's a menace so unruly.
I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you know, it's not like perfect, obviously. If you're gonna try to produce a song like that, you know, obviously you'd want to put your own take on it, and you'd probably want to change up those lyrics. But all I told it was create a song about a robot that eats brains, and it just popped that out in 15 seconds. That's pretty cool. A lot of people say that they're not impressed with AI music, but like just the fact that we live in a day and an age where you can do that, it's absolutely crazy. Now back to my chatbot, which is acting as my DJ. I'd say it's done a decent job DJing today. There's 2 songs that had lyrics, and I specifically told it no lyrics, but that's okay. You can't always get it right. All right, we got some comments. So let's go to the comments right here. I'm gonna go over here so you can, whatever. Saba Kareem, let's do an experiment. Let's see if you can guess my country. Saba, I have no idea, man. Pete, the SEO wizard, you do need to know what to ask it. Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually use Claude and Kodi, a Visual Studio Code plugin to debug and fix some PHP JavaScript errors in my code base. I'm a complete coding noob. Yeah, that's exactly, Pete. To fix those bugs previously, if you didn't know what you're doing, you'd have to hire a developer to fix them. Now, Claude is at the point you can, and other AI models too, to be fair, it's at the point where you can just take that code snippet and you can just feed it right into it, and then you know, just keep the original code, because a lot of times if it's a long code, I notice it cuts off necessary code. So you know, you really have to human oversight, obviously, but it's better that you do that than, you know, you go out of pocket and pay for a developer that may or may not charge you a fair price. So, yeah. Saba. I'm gonna say, Saba, are you from... I don't know, man. I don't know. Where are you from? I'm from the United States. I'm in Florida. I probably shouldn't say where because we're live, but Florida. So, United States. Where are you from, Saba? I have no idea. I don't really want to guess. All right, my friend. So that's Udio. We went down that rabbit hole. I love that, man. There's other AI music creation tools out there other than Udio, and we covered them as well. If you guys have a favorite one, leave them in the comments section. That'd be a cool conversation to have. Some people are pretty opinionated about their AI music tools, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Once you're opinionated about something, it means that you've tried it and you've tried other things too. And with AI, you gotta be open-minded with AI. I think people hear AI and they either think cash money grab or Terminator end of the world, and it's you know, it's neither of those things. Like it is what it is. We're at the infancy of AI, and the potential is just crazy. All right, guys. Saba Kareem says that he lives in an Asian country. That's the hint he gave me. If any of you want to guess, leave your guesses in the comments. Asian, you know, we got there's Asian countries for sure. If you want to guess, leave your guess in the comments. We're gonna find out where Saba Kareem is. Saba, I really appreciate you commenting and being a part of this, man. It makes it a lot more fun. And everyone who's commented so far, I really appreciate it. And for the 22,000 engaged subscribers to Bot Eat Brain daily AI newsletter, I'm incredibly grateful for that too. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. That's super cool. Figure. Oh man, so that was this week. That was this week in AI. I'm having so much fun. Let's just keep going. So what happened last week in AI? Figure unveiled the Figure 02 humanoid robot. This thing looks crazy. By the way, Rooster Vance, thank you for sponsoring the Bot Eat Brain AI newsletter. Rooster Vance, if you have some money to invest, Rooster Vance is an awesome place to look into. With their AI, it's as you can see here, it's an AI-driven real estate business in a box. It's all completely done for you, and it looks awesome. And a lot of my subscribers have been really, really pumped about it, and so it's definitely something to consider. If you got the money to invest, check out Rooster Vance AI. That's crazy stuff, man. Shout out to them. Thank you for sponsoring the newsletter again. So Figure, this is wild. We could also, humanoid robots is definitely is a rabbit hole we could dive down to, just like AI art or AI. Speaking of rabbit holes we could dive down, my man Saba Kareem on YouTube said, do you think we should have AI politicians? Will they be corrupt or honest? I think that's going to depend on the AI, on how the AI is trained. If the people who train the AI are corrupt, then the AI model is going to be corrupt. This is where human oversight is incredibly important. So if you had a society of people that agreed with everything politically, and then you made an AI model accordingly, that could very well be a good politician. But the reality is, it's a slippery slope because everyone has differing political opinions, and when you everyone has biases, even people that make AI models. So you gotta take that into consideration. Saba Kareem with the questions, man. I heard Tesla has a humanoid robot coming up. Do you have any updates? Did we cover Tesla's? I think we did. Tesla robot. We recently covered Tesla's, not Tesla's, XAI's, oh here it is, XAI's Memphis supercluster. So they officially, oh, let me show my screen. Sorry guys. This was in July. Elon Musk announced XAI's Memphis supercluster. So they officially have the largest AI supercomputer in the world. So that, and Grok 2 and Grok 2 Mini just came out. We experimented with it today on the live stream, and it wasn't. I've had great results with it in the last yesterday when I was playing around with it. On the live stream, it did not play very well, so obviously it's still a work in progress. But if they have the biggest AI supercomputer in the world, then they're definitely gonna have a solid AI model, at least in theory. Tesla's robot. We did like a robot. Robot shootout. Is that what it was? We did a comparison of like 12 different humanoid robots. Oh well, I can't pull it up now. But yeah, humanoid robots are getting to the point where they're more of a foreseeable reality now. There was a Chinese humanoid robot that we covered the other day, and I think it was $15,000. It could run. This is it right here. Shout out to AAE Studio for sponsoring this one. Yeah, so this was, when was this? This was back in April. So in April, the Beijing Humanoid Robot Innovation Center unveiled, I don't know how to pronounce that, Tiangong. It's a full-size electric humanoid robot that can run up to 3.7 miles an hour. And of course, I had to be funny. No hands must be where the flamethrowers go. Saba Kareem, you're definitely not annoying me. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate you speaking with me. My name is Michael Parrish, and I'm the writer, and I'm now the owner of the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. I've been the head writer for about a year and a half, and I purchased the Bot Eat Brain newsletter in April. So, yep, that's my name, Michael Parrish. Thanks, Saba Kareem. So, yeah, so this thing can, it only weighs 95 pounds, it's 5 feet tall, and it can run up to 3.7 miles an hour. So that's super cool. There was another humanoid robot that we more recently covered that could fold up. That thing was wild. I wonder if I can... That thing was crazy too, the Stardust Intelligence S1. Although, to be fair, we only saw a demo of this one. We didn't see the humanoid robot in action. And that's going to be the case with a lot of these. I'm sure you heard about this one. This might be the most... shout out to Journey for sponsoring this episode, or this article of Body Brain, Future of Hospitality. It's an investment opportunity if you're into that sort of thing. You can get in early for investing in that company. Thank you for sponsoring that issue of Body Brain. This one did particularly well, I think, because this robot is just so hyped. Boston Dynamic, you know them. They do those robot dogs. They've been in the humanoid robot game for a long time. So, Adam Greenbaum, I see your message on X. I don't know if if you can see that on my end. I don't think so. But he said, "Hell yes," with a rocket, and I love the enthusiasm. And Adam Greenbaum, he also has an AI newsletter. It's called Bagel Bots. I'm a subscriber to it, and I love it. So if you love Body Brain, you might very well like Bagel Bots. I highly recommend that newsletter. Thanks for your comment, Adam. Wally, also on Twitter. Wally's my buddy. You should definitely follow him if you're on Twitter. He does posts on like communication skills and emotional intelligence and developing relationships with customers. He posts a lot of great content. Elevate Yourself, thank you for the comment. She said, "Pour us a whiskey. Let's celebrate. Well done, my friend." She has all kinds of awesome content. You should follow her too. Alright, Saba Kareem, you asked me how to sign up for the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. You go to boteatbrain.com and there will be a prompt. There'll be a prompt to do it, my friend. boteatbrain.com. I'll do it real quick in an incognito window. So this is what it'll look like on your end. You go to www.boteatbrain.com, and then it'll give you a little call to action to subscribe. You just put in your email address, and then it'll prompt you, and then I'll send you a picture of my dog Walter, and then you're in. So, and then you'll get this this newsletter every day. Right now we do Monday through Friday, and I'm really considering doing 7 days a week. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know in the comments. I'm debating it. Saba Kareem wants to know what I do for work. Let me pull this. Up real quick. Saba just said he's my new subscriber. Thank you, Saba Kareem, for subscribing to the Body Brain newsletter. I appreciate it, man. He said, what do I do for work? So obviously I own and write the Body Brain daily AI newsletter. I also have a web development and a marketing business called the Quote Dog. So if you're into that sort of thing, if you need marketing, if you need web development, I'm your man. So thank you for that question, Saba. I thank you for all your questions. Actually, you've been awesome on this stream. I really appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing to the Body Brain newsletter, man. I appreciate it. So let's keep going. We talked about humanoid robots. We talked about AI music. We talked about this week's AI. Let's keep going. I'm liking this. Let's see what. This is a hot topic, man. A lot of times when I write about this, people don't like this, but it's the future, and we gotta prepare for it, and we gotta educate ourselves for it. So this is the topic of AI clones. I mentioned them earlier. Shout out to Mammoth. Thank you for sponsoring this article of Body Brain. Mammoth lets you. Let me show you. They let you do multiple AI models for cheaper. So as you can see, GPT-4o itself is $20 a month. Claude is $20 a month. If you do it through Mammoth, it's like $10 a month, and you can use multiple AI models, even the new ones. You can use Mistral, you can use Gemini Pro, Claude, GPT-4o, even image models, Midjourney, Dolly, Stable Diffusion from Stability AI for $10 a month. Mammoth, I've had a lot of people thank me for having you as a sponsor, so Mammoth is definitely someone to check out. David Nix, I appreciate you liking the post, my friend. David's awesome. You should definitely follow him on Twitter. Anyways, I got distracted. We're talking about AI clones. This is wild stuff. So you're seeing more of these AI avatars in advertisements lately, and it's getting harder and harder to tell that they're actually AI avatars. They look real. Their voice sounds real. It's emotive. It's not monotone. It doesn't sound like a robot. It sounds like a human being. And so now what's happening is you're able to clone yourself with AI. This is wild stuff. And this is your Saba Kareem. All right, let's have some fun. Saba Kareem says, I want to learn web development. Well, now's the time to learn it, man. With AI in particular, yeah, man, you can do that for sure. There's programs like Shopify where like you don't even really have to know coding. You just get a theme, and then you get plugins to essentially create the website that you want. There's also AI website creators like Framer. I'm sure you've heard of Framer. If you haven't, you should definitely check it out. That's wild. You literally just say what kind of website you want, and it'll create it. And obviously you gotta tweak it, but it's better than starting from scratch. It's wild stuff. Pete, the SEO wizard, my man. You guys should follow Pete, especially if you're interested in building a business, marketing, and SEO. Pete's like the man for this kind of stuff. He's the man for SEO. I can't recommend him enough. And his content is like engaging. It's funny. It's really helpful and actionable. So Pete the SEO Wizard, he says, if you check out my profile picture, it's actually an AI avatar of me. And this is happening. This is happening more and more, Pete. There's like these apps that are coming out now, and it's essentially just utilizing something like Stable Diffusion, or now Flux, which Grok 2 uses. But we're seeing this more and more, where the AI avatar, it looks like you, and a lot of times it actually looks like better than you would look, and you can have it do like a professional headshot, which, you know, that might be harder for you to do in real life, because you might have to hire a photographer, or at least learn photography yourself and then photograph yourself. Whereas you could just upload a picture of yourself to one of these AI programs, and it will create an AI avatar of you, and they're coming out more and more. So, Pete, my man, thank you for the comments. Saba Kareem, thank you for the comments. He's keeping them coming, and I'm loving it. What do I think of Microsoft Copilot AI model? I haven't used it enough to really say if I like it or not. I've mainly used it in GitHub, GitHub Copilot. That's not even Microsoft. So I haven't used Microsoft Copilot enough to really give a honest opinion of that. I intend to, though. A lot of people have been asking me that recently, so I probably should do that. I should probably try out Copilot and maybe do a comparison video of GPT and Copilot. Microsoft just the other day announced that they're officially considering OpenAI a competitor. So that's been interesting, because OpenAI has essentially been a subsidiary of Microsoft for some time now, and now they're looking at each other as competitors. So that's going to be super interesting. Pete the SEO Wizard says, I could photograph myself, but where the heck would I get all those suits? It would be hella expensive. Pete's color scheme is purple, and his pictures have him in like this nice tailored purple suit. Pete, I think you should treat yourself, man. Go get a nice purple suit. It looks better on you than it does the Joker. So yeah, so let's talk about AI clones, man. So now Synthesia, and Synthesia's been around for a while. Saba Kareem, you have to go. That's cool, man. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you know the next time I live stream. You can follow me on Twitter. And when will my next live be, he asked. I don't know, man. I've been trying to do it more, just when I can. I don't want to say I'll do one tomorrow and then not do it, but I'll strive to do one tomorrow. And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate talking to you, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good day. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'll tell you when the next live is live. And then you've subscribed to the Body Brain newsletter. So we'll be in touch. Peace out, Saba. Appreciate it. Yeah, Synthesia's been in the game for a long time, creating AI avatars. They were like one of the first ones to really go big doing it. And now you essentially create a video of yourself talking, and it will clone that, and then it'll clone your voice, your mannerisms. It'll even put you like in your room, and now you can do it like in multiple angles. So if you're doing you can do like a podcast with your AI clone instead of you, and then it'll go in different angles. So they'll increase engagement, and it makes it look more authentic, because it's not just one. Saba, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's very nice of you, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you. I hope you stay safe too, and take it easy, my friend. We'll talk soon. So how do you make an AI clone of yourself? You sit in front of a webcam, you read a 60-second text, and you wait a day for the avatar to generate. Synthesia, I don't think it's free. If any of you are wondering, how much does it cost? The first plan with customization is $22 a month, so it's pretty similar to something like ChatGPT. So it depends on how often you'll use something like that, if that's going to be worth it for you. But that's still crazy that the capability exists. This was a good article. Top AI models. Oh, I just mentioned GitHub. GitHub Copilot. So they did GitHub Models, which allows you to use different AI models directly in its platform of 100 million developers. You know GitHub. If you're into tech, you know GitHub. It lets you experiment with and deploy top AI models from Meta, Mistral, and Microsoft's Azure AI OpenAI service right in your workflow. That's super cool. So you can that's super cool. So when you're developing an app, you can use multiple different AI models, and that's going to be incredibly useful. Will they sell my data? That's a valid concern. They say no. They say no. GitHub says prompts and outputs won't be shared with model providers or used to improve the models. So at Bot Eat Brain, we really try to give you the information that you need to know. What happened? Okay, now you know what happened. GitHub launched GitHub Models. What does it do? How does it affect you, like, in your day-to-day life? That's how that's how we write the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. That's the impact that we want to have. We want to be helpful, and we want you to, you know, have a good time reading it, and then walk away with actionable advice as far as how to use it in your everyday life. Which you should be doing with AI, absolutely. Because it's not going anywhere. And people that are using AI, you have a significant advantage over people that aren't using AI. Good stuff, man, good stuff. Let's do a couple more. What else we got? Perpex ads. OpenAI is spending billions of dollars. Yeah, when aren't they? Google launched a new small LLM called Gemma 2. Gemma 2 it seems pretty promising. Less is mo. You gotta keep it fun. Google launched this new small LLM called Gemma 2. Again, Rooster Vance. Shout out to Rooster Vance. It's a great investment opportunity. You can create a wholesale business with AI right off the bat. I appreciate you guys sponsoring the AI newsletter. I really appreciate it. You guys are cool. And it's generated a ton of interest on my end. People are asking me about Rooster Vance, and it's a really exciting use case for AI. Like for someone that doesn't know how to use AI, and they're just asking hypothetically, what can I do with it? Well, that's something you could do with it. You can create a business. You can use it. You can create a source of income with AI. That's a wild concept, but it's true. You can do that. It's awesome stuff. AI, man, crazy. No, this wasn't yesterday. This was last week. So this was August 1st. That was a couple weeks ago. Google expanded its Gemma 2 family. It launched a small model, safety classifiers, and more. Wild stuff. And it's a small model, so it's only 2 billion parameters, which might sound like a lot, but you know, compared to something like GPT, I mean, that's like nothing. And it's small enough that you can just run it natively on your laptop, or your mobile device even. So that's what makes it pretty cool, is that it's powerful, it does well in the benchmarks, and it's small, and it's not really computationally hard to run. And that's where the future's heading with AI models. You want to run them natively, you want to train them to do what you want them to do, and you want to be able to run it on like your laptop. You don't want to be like XAI and create the world's largest AI supercomputer just to run an AI model. You know, You just want it to do what you want it to do. So that's where something like this is pretty interesting. Gemma 2. Check out the 22,000 subscribers, by the way. Thank you guys to the Bot 8 Brain newsletter. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That's been this week of AI. OpenAI launched Search GPT. This is an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys have used Search GPT yet. It's essentially OpenAI's experiment on creating its own search engine. Shout out to Grow School for sponsoring this article of Body Brain. Grow School is a good place to go if you want to learn about AI tools. They have a class where you can learn about like 25 of the most useful AI tools on the internet for $0 for free. The first 100 free seats. So, Grow School, thank you for sponsoring the newsletter. Appreciate it. GPT, man. Search GPT. What does it do? It gives you direct responses to searches. Let's, I think I have access to Search GPT. We could try that out. So we tried, here we go. So we tried out Google's AI overviews earlier in the live stream. Let's check out OpenAI's Search GPT, shall we? Let's ask it the same question. When was the first apple pie recipe created? Let's see if it differs from Google's AI overview. First apple pie, all of your sources right here. Okay, that's cool. First apple pie recipe, 1381. The first known apple pie recipe dates back to 1381 in England. It was recorded in a cookbook called The Form of Cury, which was compiled by the master cooks of King Richard II. The early version of apple pie included ingredients such as apples, figs, raisins, pears, and saffron. It was baked in a crust called a coffin. That was pretty close to what Google's AI said too. So the source, it cites its sources, which is nice. So this comes from a place called Food52 and Many Eats, which are both seem to be legit sources. So it works. I'd have to really dive into this more to give like a opinion on if it's worth using or not, but it does say a lot about the future of search. We're already seeing Google's AI overviews in Google searches, and now OpenAI has their own search function, search engine. And a lot of people say that, well, they say it about every industry that AI is going to kill it. They also say that about SEO, that AI is going to kill SEO. That's really not the case. SEO is still going to be incredibly important because you want the AI to use you as a source. So that's all SEO. So yeah, SEO is definitely not dead. Very important. Cool. Right on, guys. 22,000 subscribers to the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. I appreciate it. Thank you. We hit this number before, but in your email lists, it's very important to keep the open rate and your click rate up. So about once a month, I purge the inactive subscribers. So all 22,000 of these subscribers are highly engaged, which is super cool. It's exciting, and I'm grateful for it. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed, go to boteatbrain.com and put in your email and subscribe to the Bot Eat Brain newsletter. I appreciate you guys watching. Take care. Have a great day.